Understanding home loan fees. I'll be using my home loan that I've taken in year 2020 to explain all different fees associated with that, and that actually make your interest rate more than what you actually see here. It shows in your interest rate in the first page. Also, the loan amount $220,000, that includes those fees as well. So it is very important to know these fees and how they are calculated. So this was a 15-year loan, and when you go to the last page of the document, the place there where, so this is where before you sign, this is the information they wanted to see. So how much is the total payment? That includes those loan fees. How much is the total finance charge? This includes the interest plus the fee. Also, this APR, as you can see, is a little bit more than what you have seen in the interest rate in the first page, because this APR increase is because of those different kinds of fees. So we'll be first explain those fees, and also we'll show you a calculation using Microsoft Excel, which is very, very easy. If you have never opened Excel, you will still be able to calculate all these numbers. So let's start with this second page where it will say closing details. So this loan cost. So there are two categories of cost. One is they will say loan cost. The other category will say other cost. So there are only two costs. So first explain this other cost. The other cost, the bank does not get this money. So these are the home insurance that goes to your insurance company. These are the city taxes. They provide roads, utilities, water, electricity, schools. So this goes to your city to keep those things running. So under this other cost, the bank doesn't get any of this, except only one item that will say prepaid interest. This line right here. So let me explain this. This money goes to your bank. So, and this is why. So when you go to buy a home, before you go offer someone, if their home is up for sale, you need to have money in your account and say, hey, I got this money. Can you give me your home? And I can offer that. So you need to have your money first. So your loan must be approved first before you actually go buy and sign that house that you buy the house. So there is always some gaps in between the time you simply get the loan and time you buy the house. So that many days they will charge. So you got that $220,000 in your pocket on July 6th, but the actual payment was made for the home was August 1st. So that 26 days, they will charge interest per day, whatever that. We'll show you that calculation very soon. One more thing I would like to clear here. Home loans, auto loans, they're not daily compounding. They're monthly compounding. However, if you have, say, 5 days, 6 days of money sitting in your bank, they will charge for those days. But generally, they're monthly compounding. So under this, like I said, these other costs, everything goes to someone else than your bank, your insurance company, your city, your government title issuing office. However, the first category, the loan cost, this will all go to your bank. Not necessarily they get all this money, but this $27,000, the first bank fee, they got that money in their pocket, pure. And then the category B, different kind of service. Category C, you will see title search, settlement fee, this fee, that fee. You cannot necessarily avoid those fee like flood insurance. They want to make sure the home is perfect condition, the title is good, and someone needs to check and do those work. So this is part of the home loan processing cost. Does not necessarily all this stuff goes to your bank, but it is still considered as a cost. And that loan cost goes into your final total pay of a number that you see right before you sign the contract. So that $266,550.11 includes the loan cost, includes that $220,000 got in your pocket, plus the interest, plus the prepaid interest that you pay for the 26 days between the loan was approved and the time you bought the house. So let me show you quickly how to do this calculation. It's very, very simple. I have shown in another video how to calculate the monthly payment, APR, stuff like that. In this video, I'll be only showing you how to actually calculate those fees, and that how that thing add up to that total payment, which is $266,550. So I'm going to calculate the payment quickly, which will be, the rate will be monthly compounding, 180 months. Please check that video where I show how to calculate this monthly payment as APR, things like that. As you can see in the loan statement, it was closing statement, it was 03 cent, but it is actually 0.0261 cent. So we'll, just to avoid some rounding error, I have pre-calculated that, because bank, when they do the calculation, they keep some more decimal than just 2 decimal that you see. So this is the monthly payment I'm making per month times the 180 months. That's going to be the total payment. And then the interest would be simply this total payment minus the principal. So I paid that $220,000 principal with the interest. So this is the total interest paid. Now we can calculate the fees by simply, in the last page that I shown you, it shows that $45,145.86. That was the interest and fees. So I'm gonna use that. I copied here. No, is that? Yeah. Minus this total interest. So that's going to be the fees that I was charged to get this loan. A little bit different than the loan closing cost. You can also calculate the fees another way. You can do this 220 minus what you got in your pocket. This is also written in the last page of your loan that I have just shown you. So you can calculate either way. They are both same. The loan closing cost I copied from the document. Let's calculate the total prepaid interest for the 26 days of loan sitting in my account doing nothing. So it's going to be, let's calculate the per day interest, which is the yearly interest divided by 365 times 26 days total times this $220,000 sitting in my bank. So that's the total prepaid interest. You can verify the document. It is about this exact same. Now the total payoff, now simply you can do the total interest and principal plus loan closing cost plus the prepaid interest. That should add up to what you have seen there, exact same as that number. So this simply how the fees work. It's not really that complicated. To summarize, the loan cost goes into your payment. Other costs, your bank doesn't get it. Your insurance company, city, gets that, except the prepaid interest that goes to the bank. So then you add that amount to calculate how much the total actually the bank gets. And due to these fees, that's why you have this rate increase from 2.375 to almost 2.6% because of these different kinds of fees.